Hello, I'm Tom Palmer, and I know I've met some of you, and I'm sorry I can't be there at your conference today, but I wanted to tell you about my new series, which is coming out next year in 2016, which is called Wings, which explains why I'm wearing these things. Wings is a collection of three books, which are about different aeroplanes, the major sort of important aeroplanes from the RAF. The first one featured is the Sopwith Camel, which you'll see here. The second one is the Spitfire, which has an unusual silver livery. And the third one is the Typhoon, which is the current sort of our main strike aircraft at the moment. The books are about children from now going back into the past to fly those planes in their major battles. So the Sopwith Camel over the trenches in the First World War, fighting against the Red Baron, the Spitfire defending our shores against the German assault 75 years ago. And the idea is that the children will find out about their current lives by going back and finding out something about the history of their country. This all came about because my daughter and I made a model of a Lancaster bomber 2 summers ago, and it sort of got us interested in making aeroplanes like these, and it got me interested in reading about them as well. So I read a lot of books. I read about the Sopwith Camel. I read a book because I wanted to know what it felt like to fly a plane, how to fly a plane. I read other books which related to airmen, like The Great Escape, and there are so many stories in the history of the RAF, and I've drawn on a few of them to try and write these books. One of the really good things is I have been made the RAF Museum's writer in residence, which is why I have some of their artefacts. This is an airman's helmet from the Second World War, complete with that wire. This I'm wearing is known as a Mae West. Is a life jacket. I have lots of other things, and I wanted to show you the really important things to me. This is featured in one of the stories. The Spitfire pilot crashes and has to evade capture after being in a prison camp, and he has one of these. This is the silk map that all airmen were given in case they crashed and found themselves in Germany and France. And it was like a silk handkerchief, really, and it was a map to help them escape. And I have all these items because I'm very lucky that I work with the RAF Museum, and they give me all these artefacts. One thing I really wanted to show you is this, which is an official RAF New Testament, which the pilots would have taken up with them in the air during those unimaginable years. So I wanted to show you the book, to tell you about the books, and tell you that I'll be doing, when the books come out, I'll be doing lots of events in schools and also at the RAF museums in Hendon and Cosford, trying to find ways of engaging children both with storytelling, writing and reading, but also with history, and particularly using these artefacts, which I think are really stunning. When you actually, I should have sent this down again, but when you actually hold something like this and realise what it was and what it would have meant to the men who owned it, it's pretty remarkable. In fact, it's got an inscription in it there. It was given to an airman by his daughter, by the look of it. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I hope the Wings books sound interesting. I'm certainly very excited about the chance of getting out in schools and talking about the history of the RAF, and with the centenary of the RAF coming up in a couple of years as well, they should attract a lot of interest. And enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you very much for listening.